They're the same picture.
Why does Joe Biden walk like a robot? LOL. It's really funny. It's worth a meme. But actually, why? We're not trying to be cruel here. God has an expiration date on all of our lives. You start to decline as you get older. I'm 35, and I'm having trouble getting up.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
So, Joe Biden, at nearly 80 years old, why does he walk like a robot? You can see it plainly on your screen. Joe Biden ain't agile. He wobbles, he is very rigid, and he can barely get from place to place. Oftentimes he's being led around by Jill Biden or some other handler. There's nary a time when Joe Biden doesn't have somebody at his back or at his front or at his side guiding him where he needs to go. Keeping him from falling? We're not sure. We're not medical experts. We don't claim to be. But medical experts have sounded off on this issue. And the issue is, why does Joe Biden walk like a robot? Why does Joe Biden have such a pain in his gait? No fluidity in his gait, as you would say. So if you're a young man or an athlete, peak of your performance, you're going to have fluidity in your gait. You're going to be able to flow. You're going to be able to move in and out of situations and locations. No one would ever think that Joe Biden would even be able to catch a baseball right now. He'd probably catch it right in the chest or the face. If you threw a football at Joe Biden, it'd probably collapse the man. Much like a stiff breeze, we know, collapsed the man on Air Force One. The White House, remember, said that it was the wind that knocked over Joe Biden. Well, various doctors and medical professionals have argued that it was Joe Biden's own brain that is actually knocking over Joe Biden. One of the most trusted medical professionals on Fox News has sounded off saying that he would really like to have a cognitive test to see if Joe Biden's decline in mental activity is leading to his collapse in person. Watch.
Now I look over the physical results, the physical exam results of President Biden. And at first I was overjoyed because it's long. Dr. O'Connor gives a tremendous detail. But when I looked closer, I saw some things that bothered me. One, no cognitive exam done, not even a mini mental status exam where we simply ask a few questions of the president or of any patient. Number two.
Wait, I'm sorry. May I interrupt you, doctor? I'm sorry, I just have to interrupt. I didn't know that. Is that normal that you wouldn't even include a cognitive assessment?
It is not usual when you do that extensive an examination. It should be automatic. I don't do it on every patient that comes in with a sore throat, but with extensive physical, it should be automatic. It's not there. Number two is the issue of his gait, Tucker, where they flat out say that his gait over the past year has changed. He's stiff-legged now. He doesn't have fluidity in his gait. And they brought in a bunch of orthopedists and neurologists who say it's due to arthritis in his spine and a broken foot, which we still don't know how he fell a bicycle accident. But here's what's missing there, Tucker. No MRI of the brain, no MRI of the spines, upper or lower, no EMG nerve conduction studies. When you have a sudden change of gait, you wonder, is it tied in with cognitive function?
Right.
Is there fluid on the brain? Is it something with the spine? There's so many things that can cause that I would want to know about. To leave that out altogether, very concerning.
That was Mark Siegel, who is a respected on-air doctor for Fox News. So far, as we know of, Mark Siegel doesn't have a political affiliation. We've never seen him to be giving politically charged advice on behalf of one party or another. I think he just actually cares about Joe Biden, along with Joe Biden's son. That's right. The Daily Wire published a piece about Hunter Biden's text messages, as Hunter Biden is openly discussing with other medical professionals, his therapist at the time, that Joe Biden was a victim of dementia. He was overcoming dementia in the midst of the presidential cycle. Was that a joke? We don't know. We're not Hunter Biden, but they're there, and you should know about those texts. Hunter Biden believes his father had dementia, jokingly or not. Now, what would dementia mean for Joe Biden? What are the symptoms of dementia? Well, popping over here to alzheimersanddementia.org, probably a very good source. The symptoms of dementia. Signs include problems with short-term memory.
By the executive director of the ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach, Gene Soroka, and Mario Cordono. I apologize.
Keeping track of a purse or a wallet.
Looking for my mask. I'm in trouble.
Paying bills.
I got them $1.9 trillion relief so far. They're going to be getting checks in the mail that are consequential.
Remembering appointments.
And Ron, who am I turning this over to?
Finding it hard to carry out familiar or daily tasks.
I used to love to drive. They don't let me drive anymore.
Getting confused when using language that you are familiar with.
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure. Barack and I think it's a right for people to have bad health care.
Difficulty concentrating.
You had told us at a town hall, I think it was in July, that this was just near-term inflation. The Wall Street Journal recently talked to like 67 financial experts who said that they saw high inflation going all the way or deep into 2022.
Being confused about a time or a place.
All products coming into the United States of America on the West Coast go through Los Angeles and what am I doing here?
Struggling to follow a conversation or use the right word.
Because you can't build a wall high enough to keep out a vaccine. The vaccine can stop the spread of these diseases.
And mood changes. Severe, creepy mood changes.
More democracies in the world today than we did 15 years ago. Fewer. Not more, fewer.
So that's what the government agencies say, the experts on Alzheimer's and dementia. That's what you should be looking for. Have you seen Joe Biden display those traits, those early onset symptoms? Of course you have. Anyone with functional brainstem has seen this with their own two eyes, but Joe Biden probably doesn't have a functional brainstem. And that's why he's falling. That's why he walks like a robot, so carefully, securely, and he walks like a Terminator machine, right? Terminator 2 walks like a rigid person because he is a rigid person. Rigidity and collapsing. Joe Biden may be in the throes of collapse due to a disease that gnaws away at your brainstem and just eliminates your capacity to really function in the world. And the number one thing that it eliminates firsthand is your gait, your ability to walk, your ability to move smoothly as you otherwise would. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're watching in Joe Biden sure seems medically like a total cognitive decline. Perhaps dementia. Perhaps something worse. We're not sure. We're not doctors. And we certainly aren't presidential physicians. Those have got to be the best doctors in the world. So let's listen to some of the best doctors in the world. Let's listen to Barack Obama's doctor. This guy's name is Ronnie Jackson. He was the doctor for Barack Obama, the president's physician, man. You got to be top of the top to get to that level. Now he's a member of Congress, so his voice and opinion should matter even more, quite frankly. What does he have to say about Joe Biden? He believes Joe Biden should resign due to cognitive impairment. Have a listen.
There's something seriously going on with this man right now. And, you know, I think that he's either going to resign. They're going to convince him to resign from office at some point in the near future for medical issues, or they're going to have to use the 25th Amendment to get rid of this man right now. There's some serious stuff going on right now. And if they do that, it'll be the president's cabinet that initiates that.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's really a matter of survival. We're not picking on the old guy. God bless. I hope I can be 80 someday. It'd be nice to be 80 in the sense that I'd be able to see a lot of things and know a lot of things. I'd be able to experience quite a bit. You know, it'd be more than double my lifetime now. And so that'd be kind of cool. Think of all the changes I would see. Unfortunately, the changes I may get to see in the next 50 years could be really, really bad because of leaders like Joe Biden. Because of the cognitive impairment of Joe Biden and the mental collapse of the people who voted for Joe Biden in their casting of a ballot for him, or perhaps even because the people who voted for Joe Biden were lied to, as we know, and weren't aware of his physical abnormalities and issues. You know, Joe Biden has had a couple aneurysms.
Well, I told you before what my neurosurgeon years ago said when I had that aneurysm.
Joe Biden does have a congenital heart issue. Joe Biden has some real health problems. You don't want to go against nature. Nature doesn't choose the most diseased, sickliest animals to lead the pack. You got to have strong, vivacious, like wise animals that lead your clan. Otherwise, you're going to starve. Otherwise, it's going to be bad days for you. Joe Biden is exactly the wrong person to lead our country in a time of extreme peril and danger. It's too bad that this is what we have come to. But ladies and gentlemen, we're not ruling out the fact that they may be lying to you about a much bigger thing than Hunter Biden's laptop or Russian collusion. Joe Biden's health is the scariest thing on the table right now in America. It's a dangerous world out there. You gotta have the smartest, wisest, most agile people in charge. And if you check out the way that Joe Biden walks, man, should give you some scaries. All right. Let's hope for a stronger, better America. To get that, we're going to need stronger leaders. Thank you for watching. We are 100% independent news. Are you sick of being lied to? We certainly are. That's why we started this channel. But we can't do it without you. We can't keep going without your help. All we ask is that you click like and subscribe and share this video. It's free. And it keeps us going, it keeps us growing, and it keeps us getting the truth out there to break the rotted corporate media infrastructure that wants to lie to you every single day, wants to corrupt your narratives, your truth, your story, and your very society. So support us by clicking like, clicking subscribe, and thank you, Patriots.